Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. 2 days ago, I warned you, the month of May will not be fast, will not go quick and we close 23-24. It will be long, it will be extremely long and your nerves will be tested. Because of the games that we will play, not knowing the results. If we don't win against Roma this weekend, the month will be extra long. And then because of Mercato voices, we know it, from this moment that objectives are reached, like the title of Serie A, the Scudetto to Inter, Milan already qualifying to Champions League, papers need to sell. And one day they will tell you A, the day after they will tell you B. Some sources are convinced and they will promise you that A will happen, and some sources are telling you it will be B, and we promise you that B will happen, so it will be long. You will be totally crazy. Remember that title, Mercato is crazy? Well, Mercato is crazy, guys. My friend, I promise you, it already started. So maximum of like. If you didn't yet, please continue to subscribe to the channel. 30,000 Juventini before the end of the season. Can we do it? It depends on you. It's a big challenge. We are missing a bit less than 700, but I'm sure that we can do it. So I'm counting on you. Like, subscribing, commenting. Let that channel become bigger and bigger and bigger. Guys, we will also speak about a really nice 24-25 possible lineup by Gazzetta dello Sport. So it will be a nice video. We start immediately with the news that I woke up with. If one side they are promising us that Thiago Motta will be the next coach of Juventus, words by Gianluca Di Marzo, but also from a lot of other journalists. Well, today other sources are telling you, pay attention, it's not a done deal, because Milan, especially with Ibrahimovic, ex-teammate and friend of Thiago Motta, they are trying everything to go for Thiago Motta, especially after that the supporters were not happy with the name Lopetegui. And they are even convinced that they can do about it. So Thiago Motta, Juve, yes or no? If you believe one source, sure. If you believe the other one, no. But it's not only the coach, and they are doing exactly the same with Cope Manners, for example. This morning you wake up and what do we see? That Slot, that will become the new coach of Liverpool, is all in for Cope Manners. He already coached him when they were together in the Netherlands. So they are sure Liverpool, Cope Manners, done deal, that will be his next destination. While Gazzetta dello Sport, you will see it in the formation later, they are putting two different lineups today, this morning. I'm not speaking about last week, this morning, convinced that Cope Manners will be there in the middle, that we play a 3-5-2, that we play a 4-2-3-1. They are convinced Cope Manners will be there at Juventus. And they are doing the same with other things, with other names like Zirkzee. Zirkzee, the plan for Juventus. Juventus is ahead of Milan for the player of Bologna. Convinced. They are even putting Zirkzee also there in the two different lineups, while in the same day, today Tuttosport is telling you the future of Milan. A few players will arrive at Milan. Zirkzee, even if there is competition from Arsenal and Juventus, well, Milan is ahead of everyone. So what do we have to believe? Source A, source B. And I think it's quite funny because I always take football with a grain of salt, tranquillo. Don't get excited too much, don't get disappointed too much. Until the day of announcement, everything can happen. This is Mercato. I recorded a video on the 22nd of June 22, so it's nearly 2 years ago, Mercato for Dummies. So if you want to go back and watch that video, that I worked a lot on to give you actually the ways to survive crazy Mercato. But I accept everything. Mercato is fun. It's a way of playing. You have sources that are wrong, that are right. I take everything. The only thing that I don't like, and I will repeat it endlessly, is when you take responsibility to recap, to translate, to speak about what papers, what journalists are saying, and you report it on Twitter, on social media, etc., etc. But you want to be first, and you don't read. And then you report mistakes, things that are absolutely not correct. This morning I saw a tweet that was saying, Spinazzola could come back to Juventus. He has been inserted as a counterback for Dean Huijsen. What are they saying? Dean Huijsen, keeping him at Roma, so Roma signing, buying Dean Huijsen, and to actually decrease the request of Juve, they want to put Spinazzola. This morning I read this and I said, something is not correct, something is not right, because Spinazzola is in his last year of contract, last months of contract, because he will be a free player at 2024. So I'm saying it's not correct. Then I go on social media, I click the original source, the original link. I see it's Tuttosport. I have the subscription to Tuttosport, and I start to read actually the real article where they are saying, indeed, that the right back has been offered to Juventus, but not by Roma. Absolutely not. They are never stating this. They are saying Spinazzola and Huijsen, there could be a crossroad with Roma that will try to negotiate to have Huijsen at Juventus, and Spinazzola could go to Juve, but not proposed, not offered by Roma, because it's at the end of this contract. It's a small thing. It's annoying because people then they react without knowing the source and they go totally crazy. I saw so many insults to Tuttosport, taking them as a fool, saying that they were totally crazy to Tuttosport because they were not even aware that he would be free. So what are you writing? Why are you writing misinformation to Tuttosport? While Tuttosport, written by the way, Nico Schira, never wrote that. And then you have even people that are starting to insult Juventus. They are starting to insult Juventus. Like this tweet here. This is the proof that we needed. Now we know. Juventus, they don't even know that Spinazzola is for free this summer. What the kind of dumb people is Juventus? How is it possible that you don't even know that a player is for free? And in Roma, they will fool you, giving you a player that actually is for free for Huijsen. What are you doing? Juventus, management, you're all amateurs. Guys, these are the things that I don't agree with. These are the things that are making me extremely pissed off. We are insulting a club, Juventus. We are insulting Nico Schira, Tuttosport, based on what? On mistakes. So pay attention. Take your time. Of course, you don't have always the time and the resources or the subscription to go and check the original source. But before knowing, before starting to insult, wait, check. Try to check, try to take a bit of yourself into patience before starting to insult, because otherwise we go crazy. What I prefer to do in these moments is going towards facts. What are the facts? That yesterday I had a fantastic, beautiful live of 1 hour long with Nicolo Savona, that is right back or a center defense in the right center defender in the defense of 3 of the next gen. Was a fantastic, beautiful live. Really, seriously, I really enjoyed, because it's one of the prospects that are doing extremely well, 21 years, that are even considering one day to go up in Serie A, to go up maybe at Juventus. And I'm super happy because it's a really prospect, he's a really good player, a player that I really like, and also a Juventino, because, you know, in these kinds of interviews, you know who is a Juventino, who is not a Juventino. He said it that proudly, I am a Juventino. My dream is one day to make a debut with Juventus first team. He spoke about the player, the strongest one that he had to face, and he said because he's there since he's 8 years old, He's 21. He started when he was 8 years old. He said the strongest player ever that I saw in front of me was Douglas Costa. The guy was not human. So beautiful. Really beautiful. Other facts that are true. Well, that Thiago Motta yesterday spoke. What did he say? He said, I didn't speak with Bologna yet, but if we want to keep that level of Bologna, we need to invest. We need to improve to stay competitive. We are considering raising the bar even higher. However, these are situations that become even later on. So you will have Corriere dello Sport, for example. They will tell you, Thiago Motta is opening to Bologna, while the guy never opened to Bologna at the moment. He just said if Bologna will become or wants to become competitive, if they want to keep that level, they will have to invest. I personally didn't talk with Bologna yet again. Then other things that are facts. At the moment, Adrien Rabiot didn't take any decision. At the moment, Adrien Rabiot said, at the end of the season, before Euro 2024, when I know who will be the next coach, when I know what the destiny of Juventus will be, means will they participate in Champions League, yes or no, I will give you an answer. That's a fact. Then, that we see that United is on the player is a fact. We know that there are a lot of rumors, and it's not the first year where they have interest on Manchester United. This is a fact. That Juventus needs to speed up is another fact, because qualifying to Champions League and also maybe being certain of who will be the next coach, or publicly saying it, maybe not, but privately saying it to Adrien Rabiot, this is what we want to go for, well, can speed up his decision. Decision that can be, I stay or I leave. Personally, if I would have the chance to speak with Adrien Rabiot, I will tell him, pay attention, if you leave Juventus, Going to Manchester United, it's maybe not ideal because also there, they don't know who will be the next coach. They will not play, and that's a certainty, the Champions League of next season because they even lost the 5th spot that goes to Germany and Italy. So is it the right solution for you? I don't know. Think about it. But these are the facts at the moment. So let's go towards fantasy. Let's go towards craziness because I told you, even if Tuttosport told that Zirkzee will probably become a Milan player because they are ahead of, Gazzetta dello Sport is saying the contrary. Juventus is ahead because they have a dream. La coppia dei sogni. The duo of the dreams. And who is that duo? The duo is Dusan Vlahovic together with Zirkzee. A few days ago I told you 60 million euro for the player are really a lot, probably out of proportion for this Juventus. But Gazzetta dello Sport are telling us that the Juventus has a plan, sacrificing not 1, not 2, but 3 youngsters. And these youngsters are Dean Huijsen for 30 million euro. Roma will never be able to achieve that money. That's too much for them. On the other side, there are some clubs like Dortmund that are interested on the kid and other clubs interested in Dean Huijsen, ready to give him also a starting role, which at the moment Juventus is not considering for him. Juventus is thinking about him maybe for season 25-26 as a starter, but at the moment, especially after his journey at Roma, they saw that maybe he's not ready to be a starter, and we know that the kid has a lot of ambitions. Then they are also going towards Matthias Solé. Solé that, especially in England, in Premier League, a lot of clubs are on him, like Newcastle, for example, Crystal Palace, especially because they will not take Zaniolo. He's a player that could be possibly sacrificed. Juventus didn't close yet 100% the door to Solé, especially going towards a 4-2-3-1. Solé could possibly play there. There is a role that goes free for him. But Juventus, they are thinking, according to Gazzetta, if we can cash in 30 million for Huijsen, 30 million for Solé, and then also 15 million for Ealing Jr., we have a lot of money. We have 80 million euro, or 55, 60 million euro could go for Bologna for Zirkzee. Is that the right strategy to do, yes or no? Well, look at the lineup that Gazzetta is telling us. I don't know for what reason. They are giving us a 3-5-2 because they give us 2 lineups. 3-5-2 with Szczęsny to the goal, Danilo, Bremer and Calafiori, new signing. Weah on the right side, Cope Manners there in the middle together with Fagioli as a regista, not Locatelli anymore, Rabiot on the left mezzala, and then totally on the left as a left winger we have Cambiaso, and up you have Zirkzee together with Vlahovic. Is that a beautiful lineup? It's a beautiful lineup, why not? But I don't believe that Juventus goes towards a 3-5-2. That's not the intention. If we are looking at all the names linked to Juve, I don't believe a 3-5-2 is possible. Is that a team that is reinforced? Yes, it is a team that is reinforced. Is it a team that can continue to play like that for all the competition? Probably not, because we need to go towards a 4-man defense, which they're actually showing us in a second lineup. Szczęsny to the goal, Danilo as a right back, Bremer, Calafiori, center backs, Cambiaso, as a left back, as he played at Bologna with Thiago Motta. Double midfielders made of Cope, Manners, Locatelli, and then you have a kind of 4-2-3-1 with Chiesa on the right, Zirkzee as a kind of falso 9, number 10, Yildiz on the left, and then Dusan Vlahovic on top. I didn't mention it, but in that 3-5-2, suddenly disappearing a lot of players, like a Locatelli, like a Chiesa, like a Yildiz. So too many players are disappearing, while in that other one you have spots for Yildiz, for Chiesa, for Locatelli, for Cope Manners, and then probably you don't need to go towards a really massive revolution of 3-4 names for the midfield, which we need probably if we go towards 3-man midfield. But that's a lineup that I like. Honestly, I like. If this is the starting lineup of Juventus 24-25, I can tell you that we will have probably a bit of fun. Probably a bit of fun, not the best one possible, not the lineup that we will win the Club World Cup, the Champions League and so on, but it's a lineup that is way more improved, much more having a sense than the one that we have today. Then, of course, 11 men are absolutely not enough. It depends also who will be the rotational players, because according to me, then you need another left back, and then it could be maybe for free a Spinazzola. You need a right back, Can Weah play like that, like he played at Milan, against Milan, sorry? Could be a solution. Weah, Danilo on the right, Cambiaso, Spinazzola on the left, even if it's not ideal, but you're looking for keeping your money to invest, because a Koopmeiners will be a lot of money. A Zirkzee will be a lot of money. Could be, yeah, but you need also someone on there on the right side to replace Chiesa if you need it. Someone on the left to replace Yildiz when you need him. So a lot of question mark, but I believe it was a really nice lineup and also exercise to do. A lineup that has much more sense than the one that we have today. Now, this is the end of the video. Calma, tranquilli. The month of May will be long, but don't be worried. We will be here together on the channel. Maximum of like if you're not yet. Please continue to subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza. Juve.